Let
Uh,
me let me look a bit more professional.
uh,
I like it.
welcome back, guys, to another episode on the Keaton Taylor Show. Today, we got David Achu today from Barry University. David, introduce yourself a little bit.
It's David Attaochu. I think you just butchered the last
Oh,
name, but
my bad about that.
it's um. But yeah, my name's David. I play football at Barry College, and I play defensive end, and I also make music. I mean, how much information do they?
That was good. That was good.
That's perfect. My bad on the last name. I literally was talking to Keaton right before this to get it right, and of course, I got it wrong.
No,
But it's
it's all,
fine.
it's
Uh,
all good.
so, Keaton, go ahead and start us off, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, okay. So, what are you looking most forward to in this upcoming season at Barry?
Upcoming football season.
Yeah.
Just because I just finished my freshman year, so this will be my second year. So just like I'm just excited to like play, and now I feel a little bit more comfortable in the program, more comfortable
Hmm.
in the system. Like I feel like I'm gonna have more freedom to like be able to play freely because like one thing with football is like you want to do what the coaches want you to do,
Right.
but you also want to feel like constricted on the field. So like when you're first getting into something, it's really easy to feel like constricted because you don't want to mess up. If you like miss a tackle or something, when the guy gets a first down, like that stuff really hits you. So you play really like constricted, so you won't mess up. But now I feel like I got everything down packed and I can play a little bit more freer. So I'm just excited for that, really.
Yeah, that's cool.
For sure.
That's very
Yeah.
cool. You think Barry makes
Mm-hmm.
playoffs this year?
You think Barry makes the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, we only lost one game and somehow missed it last year. So,
Yeah, I think because the reason we didn't make it last year is because we didn't have a very tough schedule. But this
ah,
year we have a tougher schedule. So even if I don't think we're going to lose a game, but even if we do, I think we'll still make it for sure.
yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
All right, where do I want to go off this here? Going through my questions. All right, so what brought you to Berry College? Like out of Kennesaw Mountain High School, what made you pick Berry? If you had any other offers, what made you pick Berry over the others?
Mhm. Because this is what I tell people. Because this is what I really felt like. I just felt like God was leading me to Barry, so I prayed about it a lot. And I did have like I had some D2, I had some D1 offers, and felt rushed into some of the decisions and stuff. And then there was like even one college. I'm not gonna say the name, but they
Gotcha.
were like, you got to make the decision today or something. And it was like a really good school. Everything looked good. And then I just prayed about it. I talked to my dad, and he told me he was like, whenever you feel rushed into something, it's probably not God's will.
I
So
agree
I
with
really
that.
took. Mm-hmm. So I took that to heart, and I didn't make that decision. And then Barry was just something that was always there. Like the coaches, anytime I called them, they talked to me. They said, "What's up?" It was just always there. It's not like they ever took an offer away. Not like I was ever rushed or anything. So I just made that decision. And thank God, because after being at Barry like 1 year, I really feel like this is where God wanted me, and we'll see where God takes me from now on. But that's kind of why I chose Barry for sure.
All right.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
For
So,
sure.
what is it like having a brother play in the NFL or that played in the NFL? Correction.
It it's really cool for sure. Like growing up, I got to go to all of his games and stuff, and like see him play, travel across the United States. Like I've been to so many like states in the U.S. just to go see his games, which I wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
been if he wasn't. Um, just having someone to look up to, like he really inspires me. He really shows me that everything's in reach, and yeah, and he's just always there. And if I ever need advice on football, I can ask him. I can tell him about it. If I ever want him to pray for me, he'll pray for me. So it's really been good, and also the connections too. So yeah, I thank God for that for sure.
That's good.
It's
So, you may have answered that another question that I'm about to ask in your response there, but who is your biggest inspiration and like for playing football?
For playing football, definitely him. Definitely him.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good little brother response right there, but
Yeah, I because I wouldn't have been playing the sport if he didn't play it. Because it's always something that I wanted to do, but my mom, I have a Nigerian mother, so she's very protective. So she was always like, no, even though he was playing it and he was doing well, she was always like, no. But I still like seeing him, and I was like imagining myself like when I was a kid, I'd be running around the basement, imagining myself catching the ball or something. Like I used to have the wide receiver dreams. I'm a D lineman now, but I used to like think I'd be a wide receiver or something. So
hey, that's cool
definitely,
though.
definitely he inspired me to play for sure.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So with you playing football at Barry and it being, super busy or even, practicing the off season, how do you, recharge yourself? What do you do to basically get back in the motion? Because I know with other athletes that we interviewed, it's super tough to keep on a schedule and keep your mind right. How do you kind of recharge your mind?
I saw a little bit of
Like
it last year.
that's a really good question. Do you mean like during the season?
Either during or off season, it doesn't matter. Just like in general, what you do for fun.
No, like nothing. But no, that's a really good question because it does get tough, like mentally, like to have that time for fun. And honestly, it might be nothing. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, that's good. I mean, I wasn't looking for a serious answer. I was just, in general, like y'all are super
No,
busy. So even like
I,
with the little time that y'all have, how do you recharge? But hey, some people just need nothing to do just to recharge. So I get
no, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. No,
it.
I mean the recharge. Maybe Windshed being a part of the Windshed Scholarship Program,
Yeah.
coming back to the dorm and being around those guys. That's something fun that helps me recharge. Also, like I don't have much time to do it, but when I get to produce and make music, that's also something that really is just good for me because I love to create. Um, yeah, those just a couple things, and really just God, just staying in the Word, staying prayed up. Actually, it's kind of hard to stay in the Word, but staying prayed up, listening to some Christian music, it really helps you stay focused and keeps you motivated for sure. Yeah.
All right. So you kind of just mentioned it, and I was about to jump in also. So, because you said you used to play in your basement with acting like you're a football player, the basement's used for something different now, isn't it? It's
Oh, yeah,
that's the recording
definitely.
studio, right?
How'd you know
Uh,
that?
I've been following. I've been following.
Mm, okay, yeah.
So, what
Mhm.
got you into making music?
Um, so really my friend, it was in eighth grade. My friend, he made this song with one of his friends, and it was fire. And then the whole of like eighth grade, it was at Mount Perry. You know Mount Perry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know my opinion.
it was back when I was in Mount Perry, and then the whole like eighth grade was like bumping the song. It was called it was called Too Much Drip. It was so fire. and I was like, dang, I gotta start making music too. So we made a song together. And then eventually it kind of just not eventually, like right after that summer, it really just kind of became my own thing. And I started like first just getting beats off YouTube and then like rapping or singing on them. And then like and that was like 5, 6 years ago now. And now like 3 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, I started like producing my own music,
That's
which
cool.
that made it way better. And so I wasn't like getting beats that I don't
Hmm.
own off. Now I actually am making my own stuff, and I got a lot better at that. And I'm still improving, and it's just so fun to me. And like, I was literally doing that before I got on here.
Oh,
I
really?
was working, yeah, I was working beat, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta go.
Okay,
uh,
so
I'm glad we were
then,
able.
so I know that you just dropped your album just recently this summer. And then
Yeah.
you released a new song also
Mm-hmm.
within the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Y'all heard it?
when's the new album coming out or new music?
Um. Okay. So the plan. I talked to my manager. My
Yeah, there it is.
manager
I knew
about.
that was coming out.
Keaton's trying to get that sneak peek before it
Yeah,
comes out.
yeah.
But yeah, whoever hears this podcast though, they got to go check out "We Still Love You." That's the album that
Alright.
just dropped.
Yeah, yeah.
And Inspectorules, and then the song we just dropped is "Melanie," and that was with an up and coming Christian rapper. He was featured on there. Um, so how music is looking? The plan was we dropped that album in was it June? Yeah, it was June, and then we dropped my single just to give them more music, like the people who listen to my music.
Yeah.
We dropped Melanie in July, and the plan was I take off August, but then I got a lot more coming after August. The rest of the year, I might be dropping like 2 songs a month. Might drop a little EP
Alright.
or at least a song. So
Okay, so like take off August is just not putting a song out, but you're like working way a lot behind the scenes.
uh-huh. And
Okay.
because this summer I've been grinding in the studio. I think I got like 10 songs, almost 10 songs now that I made this
Dang.
summer.
So
Alright.
you got like a
Scratch.
full another album.
Yeah. Like full mix, full master song. So that produced the whole thing too. So I'm excited. I'm excited. A lot of good songs. I
That's
feel like
cool.
I keep improving, making more songs for like the masses, more like a little bit more singy. The girls love the singing. The girls don't like rap, I feel. And then got rap. So I got some of the sing stuff coming out, and then I got some of the rap. I got some of the pop. So
Nice. So
excited.
you're crossing genres and with pop?
Little bit. I mean, the song I just dropped was kind of popish. I really don't think
Yeah,
it
that's
was
true.
rap. Yeah, the song I just dropped was like more of a pop song. So yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
So when are you going on tour?
On tour,
Come on, I
I
know
wish I had.
you and your manager have had to talk about it by now.
We haven't. I wish I had time for a tour. Um, I do want to do like a concert or something. Maybe I could do like some sort of performance at like Barry or something. I don't know. But
That'd be cool, dude.
hmm?
That would be cool. That'd be very
That
Yeah,
cool.
would be.
Barry. I mean, Barry would probably let you do that anyway.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out who to talk to about it. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a little wind shape performance or something.
There you go. That'd be fun.
Mhm. But
So,
yeah.
so still touching on the music, either. So what do you listen to before a game and maybe even after?
Watch, he's gonna say his own music.
Well, I mean, you
That
have
would be
to.
crazy. No. I really whatever they have on in the locker room, but really I don't listen to music. I think I listened to music once in high school for a football game, and then I had a bad game, and I never listened to music before a game again.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin that again. I got you.
Out though, I will say this: I will play some like my favorite artist is Drake, so I will play some hype Drake songs or something, or like there's a song by Lil Yachty that's out that gets me hype for the workouts and stuff. But yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So yeah, I want to stick in the music realm. So I asked you who the role model was for football.
Yeah.
For music, was it just your friend that was the role model there, or was there somebody that like was it Drake that you aspired to be like, or maybe not with the language and stuff? I don't know, but I don't
No.
know.
That's
It's
a good
kind of in a
question.
different genre than he is.
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. Who inspired me in music? I definitely wouldn't say Drake. I love Drake's music, but I wouldn't. um, and then my friend, he really helped me get like started in it,
Mhm.
and yeah, he was a sort of inspiration. But honestly, just the creative energies that I feel like God instilled in me. So I honestly,
Yeah.
God inspired me. That's what I would say
That's cool.
to do it.
That's a good
That's
answer.
I mean, that's a good answer. That's
Yeah.
a good answer.
Great job right there.
Mm.
Didn't expect that response. So good job.
Praise to the one and only. Mm-hmm.
So me and Keaton are very open about our faith on this podcast. I see you are as well. Do you know your calling or no? It's not like, putting you on blast or anything, just in general. Like, do you feel like you know what your calling is or no?
My calling.
Like your call, like your purpose. I should put it that way.
Do I feel like I know my purpose? That's a good question.
When you ask me, man, what kind of questions are going to be asked? I purposely left some of these out. I was like, yeah, a little bit of football, a little bit of music. That's it.
I know you said, oh, it's going to be like my calling.
See, if you would have watched any of the other podcast, then you would have known this question comes up in every single one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know, I mean, it's completely fine. It wasn't like,
No, but like, give me an example. What's y'all's answer?
Oh, don't. He just flipped the question on us.
he just turned that question around.
Oh no!
I'll let Keaton answer that question then.
Oh, man, really, Taylor?
Well, I'll let you answer it. I've been talking. Let's hear you.
Okay. Okay, what's my calling?
It doesn't have to.
Dang, this is a hard question.
Yeah, I know. Don't ask the question you can't answer, Keaton.
You want me?
I didn't ask the question.
Keaton, you want me to answer it?
Nah, I can go. I guess I would say kind of like, I don't know. I feel like, and I'm guilty of this too, people tend to see the bad situation instead of like, so, okay, one bad thing can happen, and then people tend to miss all the other good stuff that's happening because they're only focused on that one bad thing. And I'm guilty of that too. So I feel like helping people see that there is like good also. And if you focus on that, then the situation's really not as bad as you think. So I guess helping people with that kind of, I don't know if that's really a correct answer to that question, honestly.
That's somewhat of an answer.
No wrong answer. No.
Oh yeah, thanks, David. That helps.
I mean, if I had to answer the question, I mean, for me, I've done a lot of mission work since I'm 8 years old. I've, traveled to, Keaton knows this because we've known each other for a long time, but yeah, I've traveled since I was 8, went to Africa for most of those 8 years, and then, to Greece.
What part?
What part? Mostly in Ghana, West Africa.
Okay.
So which I just got back from a trip back in March, was shorter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, my calling is probably, it's always been sports. It's bringing that, Christ and Jesus back into sports. Like, the one thing that I see is, even if you're not a sports fan, sports does something, like it brings people together. And for me, I just want to bring, Christ into that. Like, for me, what I see is like little kids, they look up to athletes, and if like I help that athlete become better in themselves, then they can be a role model for, the generations to come. And for me, it just has to do with, bringing Christ back into sports. I mean, I'm still working on it, but, I feel like ever since I was small, that's, he's shown me in different ways in my life that that's what I'm supposed to do.
So David, you need to go off of his answer and not my answer, because his answer was really good.
Their answer was good too. Okay. Well, I guess I kind of have an answer. I don't know if it's gonna sound as good, but mine is.
Dude, mine sounded like trash. I'm over here reconsidering.
Hey, listen, all answers to these questions are good. There's no bad answers.
That's the motto. Um, I think one of my core values is like authenticity. So
Okay.
I would say people just through authenticity and showing that through the creative side of things. So when it comes to my music, when it comes to other art things, I know I do football, so people like will assume you're like a meathead or something.
Correct. Yeah.
But when it comes to like the creative aspects of things, um, just reaching people through that authenticity. That's a hard word to say for me. In my
Yeah, I get it. You're just saying like be authentic with people, like with
yeah.
you
Yeah,
can
I like it.
be
That's good.
authentic. I
Yeah.
like
I
that.
feel one thing I feel like is lacking is that authenticness in like the world today. I feel like a lot of people are not fake, but like putting on a mask of who they are, like acting this way when they're not that way. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want people to be themselves, and I want people to feel comfortable just being 100% themselves around me, because I want to feel comfortable feeling 100% myself around other people. So yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's almost yeah. You know what? Next question.
Alright. So let's see. All right. So to kind of wrap things up, we'll do like two more.
Mhm.
But what do you feel like? I know you're only a sophomore, but like, have you ever thought like what your future would be, either after football or after college?
That's when his music career blows up.
No,
That's when the music career blows up.
yeah, that's music. I'll have more time for the music. Um, Definitely something on the creative side of things. I feel like my family's been pushing me to do like tech or something, computer science, which I don't know if I really want to do that, but when it comes to music, when it comes to arts, when it comes like to film too, like I gotten a lot into film this summer actually.
Okay.
So
Oh, really?
um, like yeah, I volunteered at this film camp, made a bunch of connections, and I'm gonna hopefully get an internship at a film studio and other stuff. So just on the side of things. Um,
So, okay, if you don't mind me asking, are you more of like a hands-on kind of learner, or like you like to create something kind of like computer science?
um, I'm more of a hands-on kind of learner, but I also want to like create, but not computer science. I don't enjoy it that much. Not gonna, but yeah. And then I mean, with football, everyone else to make it to the league. So if I can make it to the
Right.
league,
Yeah.
I'll be blessing. So still holding out hope for that, but just hopefully I can break into some sort of creative scene. Maybe just being a producer. I'll still make my own music, but just being a producer, working at a studio.
Right.
That's what I can. Hopefully, I can get something in that. So
That'd be cool. So, okay, this is a totally off-topic question, real quick. But since
Okay.
because um, obviously, like we were roommates for anybody that does not know
I,
last year. So you were computer science last year, and then you
mm,
ended up changing. What did you end up changing to? Is it something? Does Barry have like a
we
music producer?
they don't have a music production major, but they have a music production class, so I'm taking that.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I might look into study like doing creative technology, so I can still kind of get a tech foundation, but it's more hands on.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll look into some sort of like film minor or major, but uh, I don't know. I don't know yet. Still trying to figure it out. Still praying about
Yeah,
it.
you're
So.
still looking into what
Yeah,
you
you got time.
do.
You're fine. I
Yeah,
was
you
just
got
curious.
plenty of time.
And plenty of time. I got like a year, but got a little bit
Yeah.
of.
You got
Yeah, I gotta
time.
make. Yeah, we'll keep saying that. I got time.
You got like 12 months. You got time.
12,
Yeah.
12 months. All right.
Mm,
So we'll do two more. What's the one thing, playing, it says you played 9 games last year and you had 11 total tackles, 8 by yourself. What's one thing you learned last season?
I didn't even know my own stats. That's crazy.
David's going, wow, that's pretty good.
You didn't mention the 2 sacks and the 1 interception too.
Right.
You did forget that.
Really? They gypped you on that other sack then. Because Barry says
Huh?
you only have 1.
What?
Yeah, it
That's
says
crazy.
appeared in 9 games, 11 tackles, 8 of those were solo. 4 of them.
Answer the question. This is going down a bad head now.
What was the question again?
This one thing that you learned. Like, I know when you play your freshman year, like, you learn stuff from either the coaches or, the juniors and seniors. Like, what's one thing that you learned playing?
That's a really good question. Just that, like, you got to give it your all, like every play, and you have to be free. That's one, like, being free is one thing I've always struggled with in my football career. Like, you want to do exactly what the coach says, you don't want to mess up, but because you're playing so constricted, like I mentioned this earlier, it's harder to make plays, it's harder to get more tackles and sacks and interceptions and all that stuff. But sorry, I just got a text.
No, you're good.
But just being able to play free is one thing that I learned that I have to embrace more, and just giving it 100% and being confident in yourself, because that's really the biggest thing when it comes to sport is the mental aspects. You have to believe you can do it. And like one thing this summer I've been working on is just training my brain, telling myself no one can stop me, no one can block me. I can do this. I can get 10 sacks. I can make plays. So just mind that mental training is the biggest thing. And that's one thing that this past season kind of helped me like learn and really focus on. So yeah.
All right.
And then go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Okay, fine. My last question is, what's your favorite Bible verse?
Oh, that was gonna be mine. So perfect.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I stole it then.
That's a good one. Dang. I don't know if I have one. I have a favorite chapter, I think. Give me 1 second to think. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead, take as much time as you need.
Well, not that much time. We got like almost 5 minutes left.
I think the Bible verse that's even though the chapter goes, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil.
Yeah.
Thou art with thy rod and thy staff that comfort me. I know the whole chapter, I just don't know the book. I think it's Psalm 91. I think.
Okay, cool.
And then my favorite book though is Proverbs. Proverbs and Psalms. Favorite books.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good books. Those are very good.
Good book and good verse.
Yeah. You did good.
On the verses I love too. But we'll go ahead and pray it out, and then we'll go ahead and end it. Keaton, you want to pray this time?
I was going to do the Bible verse and let you pray. I thought we were kind of getting on rhythm with that.
Okay, we can do that. I was just going to end on David's.
Oh, you know what? Okay, here, Romans 8:11.
Okay, go ahead.
And if the spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies because of his spirit who lives in you. And that's Romans 8:11.
All right.
Okay, first, send me that.
I got you.
David needs that one.
Just
go ahead and pray it out.
Do that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and send it to him, and then we'll pray it out.
All right, we're good.
All right, dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this time we can have with David, and just pray over him as he goes into a busy couple weeks, and everyone getting back into school. Just protection over everyone, making sure their mind is good and focused on you as we go into busy weeks. And thank you for letting us have this podcast to interview these athletes, and Thank you. Amen.
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 But thank you
Brandon,
again,
thank you very
David.
much for hopping on tonight. Or
Yep. Thank
today.
you.
Today. What time is it?
My hair,
What time is it?
my hair's starting to come loose, so it's perfect